Owais Shah made his Essex debut and scored 96 against his former county Middlesex as he tried to prevent his former colleagues from getting too far ahead on the second day of the LV County Championship match at Chelmsford. Middlesex resumed on the second morning on 316 for 6, with Sam Robson on 136, and after night watchman Anthony Ireland on his championship debut for Middlesex had helped Robson take the total to 352, the last few wickets fell fairly quickly. 17-year-old Rhys Topley had not got the ball to swing much on the first day, but he produced a beautiful in-swinger to trap Robson in front after he'd moved on to 146. Ireland then pulled Ravi Bapara to deep mid-wicket to fall for a fine 29 to leave Middlesex on 362 for 8. Tim Murtagh and Gareth Berg weren't quite done yet, and they were able to add 23 in 4 overs for the 9th wicket, before David Masters picked up his 28th wicket of the season by having Murtagh taken behind for 6. Berg followed 2 balls later, toe-ending a big hit off Topley and planting the ball into Shah's hands. Middlesex had been dismissed for 385 and Essex made steady progress either side of lunch with their new opening pairing of Mark Patini and Jake Mickleborough, now that they've lost the services of Alistair Cook to England. They went along slowly in putting on 23 for the first wicket. Murtagh then got a ball to find the edge of Patini's bat as the former Essex skipper went for 13 in the 3rd over of the afternoon session. Enter Shah, who had a lot to prove after leaving Middlesex at the end of last summer after 15 years with the county. He was back from the IPL with a job on his hands. And that job got bigger when Mickleborough had his off-stump knocked over by Murtagh to leave Essex on 44 for 2. Shah's reaction was to pull Ireland into the stands for a 6. Ireland, at least, was not one of Shah's former colleagues at Middlesex. Bapara had come in at the fall of Mickleborough's wicket, and his disappointing week continued when he edged a defensive shot off Berg to Chris Rogers to go for just a single. Shah, on the other hand, was very much up for the fight and played the pull shot especially well. This one off Berg added another 4 runs to his tally. The total read 85 when Essex lost their 4th wicket. Berg switched ends and had Matt Walker leg before for 6 to put Middlesex in control. Shah was not overly happy with the way he left his beloved Middlesex, and so he would have been chuffed to bits to score a 50 off them on his Essex debut. He kept his former mates at bay for 2 hours when he sprinted back for a 2nd run to bring him his half-century off 96 deliveries. Essex needed someone other than Shah to play a big role to get them back into contention, and Adam Wheater provided some much-needed resistance. The diminutive batsman looked in good touch off front and back foot as he stuck it out with Shah to take Essex to 114 for 4 at tea to trail by 271. Wheater and Shah continued their impressive partnership in the evening, and they took their stand to 65, which got their side up to 150. But Middlesex kept plugging away, and Murtagh had Wheater leg before for 39. Essex needed to reach 236 to avoid the follow-on, and the 6th wicket partnership just about ensured that that wasn't going to happen, as James Foster started brightly after joining Shah. Foster is never a player to take anything lying down. Shah, meanwhile, was closing in on his own personal milestone, what he would have given for 100 against the county which employed him for so long. He was just 4 runs short of a magic moment for him, but he then edged Corey Collymore to John Simpson, who claimed his 30th dismissal in the LV County Championship this season. Shah had survived for 172 balls, but will have been bitterly disappointed to get out. Collymore followed that wicket up by getting the super dangerous Graham Napier out cheaply. The world record 6-hitter had made only 2 this time when he tried to play to leg and was LBW at 214 for 7. A collapse now and Middlesex would still be in a position to enforce the follow-on, but Foster had other ideas, and along with Tim Phillips, he was able to guide his side to the close, by which time that follow-on had just about been avoided. They ended the day on 235 for 7, trailing by 150, with Foster still there on 44. Essex still have much to do to restore parity in this match, and will need to get much closer to Middlesex's first innings total on day 3 in order to do that.